Grandma's Farm. I hope you've been enjoying our reposting of our oldest videos of the house renovations. We had taken them down at one time, and I have a lot of new subscribers that asked that we repost them so they could sort of follow the journey from the beginning. So I've been doing that in the summer to give me a little bit of break while everything's going on in the summer. I've been trying to get new videos in whenever I can, but having those old ones pre-programmed and posted has relieved a little bit of stress for me because I have a lot of things going on right now and I just feel like I'm being pulled in different directions. So for the people that are rewatching those, thank you very much. So what we're doing today, earlier, a couple years ago, I did a video on doing dehydrated apples for use for storage in your pantry to save on. At the time there was a canning jar shortage. I'm not sure if there still is. I'm seeing lots of canning jars in the store, so I'm assuming there no longer is as much as there was during the pandemic. But so that was one way of doing it, and I think I did cinnamon apple. And so on this one I have a little bit different situation what we're doing. So because we've been having, I don't know if you're under the heat dome like we are, we have had, I don't know, 20 straight days of over 100 degrees. I'm not sure. I don't even remember the last time it rained. My trees are dropping leaves like it's November. They are so stressed. And my pear tree is dropping all its pears. Most of the pears are like this big. And they're just dropping them all over. This is usually what I consider a small pear, and this was my big pears. So I picked, like the principle, pick them small or lose them all. So sometimes you just gotta work with what God gives you, and I don't want to lose them. Food prices are going out the roof. I've got hungry teenagers, I've got a hungry husband, and what we seem to be going through the most is snack food. So what I'm going to be making is dehydrated cinnamon sugar, really, dehydrated cinnamon sugar pear chips. How we're going to do that is, first of all, you need to slice up all those pears, and you decide whatever you got is how much you're using. So I'm not giving you a measurement on this. I think probably I had maybe 5 pounds, maybe. I just got a grocery bag and picked the ones that looked the nicest on the tree, and there were some on the ground that had just fallen that I picked those up too. And all these cores are going to go into my compost. But you want to just slice them up. You can do them whatever you want, however you want to slice them, chips, pieces. They also store well for, put in the pantry, and you can use them to make breads and pies or what. Also, if you like to use dehydrated products like in oatmeal, you can cut them into squares, and then your family can go ahead and just sprinkle them in their own oatmeal. Let me get the rest of this sliced. The thinner they're sliced, the crispier they will be, and the faster they dehydrate. Alright, what I've added to my big bowl, so you need a big bowl or you need several medium bowls, whatever you've got. I've added approximately 2 cups of water, and I just sort of throw it in there, so I'm trying to estimate. About 2 to 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and that was just so things wouldn't start getting brown as I was working. I also added, if you've done my candied apple rings, I can't remember what it was, the cinnamon apple rings, and canned them. I always have the leftover cinnamon syrup, and I can whatever is left over. And the reason why I do that is so when I have projects like this, I have something ready to go. So I had a jar of that I dumped in here. If you don't have that, you can add, you don't have to do this, you can add like these Imperials, I think that's what they're called, the red hot candies. I keep big bags of these because I'll be the first to admit that I love the benefit of natural herb medicines that I make and grow and everything, but some of that stuff tastes nasty. So we use these red hots in the herbal teas to make them taste. I'm just dumping a bunch of sugar in there, at least you get a little flavor. So you could put a cup of those in here. I also put probably about, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of a cup of cinnamon in here, and 2 cups of sugar. And then I've mixed it every time I dump a handful of the sliced pears. I've just been mixing it up, and it's been soaking in there. It took me about probably 45 minutes. I had to stop and do a bunch of other stuff in between, so I'd say about 40-45 minutes while I was doing this. So these are all been sliced up. I've been a dehydrator, and you can get these solid I think they're silicone plastic, well maybe not silicone, but plastic inserts. And these are good when you have smaller things like elderberries, which I just got done doing this morning, or anything that's going to drip. So I'm going to put one of these on my bottom thing because it's going to catch all the drips. The rest of mine, I'm going to be using these. They're like perforated. These are silicone, like perforated, and so they dehydrate faster. And I use these a lot, like for carrots and apples. But I'm going to be putting those on the rest of them, just sort of to catch some of that dripping mess. Trays, mine just stack on top of each other. But these silicone things are like, I don't even know if they were branded. I just got them off Amazon, and they'll work for anything. Even if you have a square one, you can fit them on there. No point being fancy, just make it work. Okay. I'm going to try not to have them, I know I've got them piled a little bit there. Try to smash them flat. For ease, just for a tip, when you're preparing your dehydrator, I stack my trays the opposite of what they need to go onto the dehydrator. So like I start with the bottom one on the top of my stack. So when I'm reaching for them, they're in order of how they need to go onto the dehydrator. So I don't have to sit there and wrestle with where does this go and all that. If you're like me, things are starting to, you're picking things. I have beans I need to can. I've got the peaches I need to can. Got a lot of things that I've decided to dehydrate this year because I use them for baking primarily. Like these small pears are not good for eating. Pears are gritty anyway. Not my favorite fruit, but God gives me a lot of them every year, and so I make them good. I'm going to put the lid on my dehydrator. Like I said, mine is a simple, it's a Presto Dehydro food dehydrator. And we'll come back and we'll look at the finished pear chips. It's all done. I ended up having to dehydrate it about 10 to 12 hours. I can't remember exactly because I had them piled so high and deep. So if you have them spread out more, you're probably going to look at about 8 hours. The syrup adds another level to it that you have to keep dehydrating it. They are a little sticky. I would compare it to sort of like, I'm trying to think, like a Cracker Jacks or something like that. That's about, it's not super gooey, but it is a little gooier. So it's like a snack item. So obviously you put some in a bowl or a paper towel or however you eat your snacks, and you eat them. So I just put them in 2 jars and I labeled them. I like to buy different labels. It's not uncommon to see my things labeled with Christmas labels, because after Christmas all the self-adhesive labels seem to go on sale all over the place, and I buy a lot of those. But these I don't think are Christmas. I think they're just sort of, well, I guess they are Christmas. There's some holly leaves. So it's not uncommon for me to use those because they stick, and then when I'm done I can just peel them off. And the cinnamon dehydrated pears, and I hope that you can use some apples or pears to make a yummy snack and stretch those budget dollars. This has been Angie for Canterbury Trust Farm, and we'll see you later. Bye.